Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on this rather dank, misty, nippy, yes, I do know how to sell a YouTube video, early Sunday morning. We've come along what's called the London Road from Ruthlin, which is that way to our right, and then we turn off up the high street here in Trelawnyd. You can't miss it because of this rather interesting looking church with a castellated tower. So we walk up the high street here. I'm sure a number of you who have an interest in history will be aware of a place in Wiltshire called Silbury Hill, the largest man-made Neolithic structure, cairn if you like, in the UK. There have been lots of television programmes made about it, documentaries, online videos. Well, here, ladies and gentlemen, we have the second, or according to some, the third highest man-made Neolithic structure right here in North Wales. Barely gets a mention, but it really is a lovely walk. It takes about 30-35 minutes to do a circular walk, and it's well worth it. Because unlike me, this area is regarded as an area of natural beauty. Now on the high street, as you turn off, there's a free car park here, which is handy. And when you get to the car park, there's this board over here, also handy. So here we are, close up of the map. Here's Trelawnyd here, there's Gop Hill there, the structure we're going to go up. I've come from Ruthlin Way here, via Disseth. You carry on along this road, you do eventually get to Holywell. And then here is a little map showing you the route you can take up Gop Hill, and that's the route we're going to take now. So let's go. I think the hill we're going up with the man-made structure on top is about just over 840 feet. Okay, we're not too far up the high street now. We won't go that way, though you can. We'll probably come back that way. Footpath sign here, so just follow that. Following the footpath up, we come to this little lane here that we continue along, and already there's some nice views. The Clwydian Hills, I'm assuming. It's a bit muddy. It's very muddy. Bum diddy bum diddy bum diddy bum diddy bum diddy bum diddy bum bum. That's what you call a sty, isn't it? Made out of stone. A well-trodden path. That was a little bit slippy coming over then, so if you're coming here in the wet, do take care. In fact, I'm thinking of having a 1 or 2 week break from doing these little walks, not because of any particular issue or problem doing these videos, but I think in this part of the country anyway, It's rained, so I believe, every day for the past 6 weeks. And there's been a few places where I've wanted to go for a walk, but simply couldn't because it's so wet. And it's kind of getting silly now, really. There was one quite steep hill walk I wanted to do, actually, that it would just be too dangerous to do in these conditions. And so at the moment, here in North Wales anyway, this is what we're contending with, I'm afraid. Extremely wet conditions. So maybe that's someone's way of telling me, have a little break. I may try and make a video in the house, actually, if I can think of some local history thing that I'd like to discuss or take a look at. That looks a little bit less muddy. Golden Bennett. Golden Bennett, mate. Look at the state of this. Gotta be honest with you, I'm not sure what animal is creating those little packages. Doesn't look like sheep. Donkey? Pony? Most certainly isn't a dog. Or if you do have a dog that's producing little packages like that, I think you need to take it to the vet, my friend. That's where we just come from. We're starting to come up now, so we're getting some lovely views. Gorgeous, looking south. And the higher we go, the less muddy it's getting. Yes, look at that. Oh, I'm out of breath. Looking west. And that's where we're heading. So hopefully we'll get an even better view up there. That's some form of pony, I think. Beautiful. And before we go up there, let's go and have a look over here. In 1886, some chap, hello, started digging down through a foxhole, or an entrance to a fox lair, and discovered this cave here, which I believe goes back some 40 odd feet. And so it got excavated. Bones of a number of animals dating to before Neolithic times, I believe, were found. And then at one point, right at the back, I believe there was a rubble wall that got knocked down, and I think the bodies of 15 people whose skeletal remains, not bodies, were discovered, dating back to across the Neolithic period. Don't know what's happened to those remains. Couldn't find that out when I had a read up about the place. But if you know, let me know via the comments section. Yeah, you can't really get a very good view of this cave because it's kind of, well, you can see where it is and where it's situated for yourself. By the way, Thanks to the clutch of people who have subscribed to my channel the last week or so. It's very much appreciated. My subscriber numbers are now in double figures. Welcome on board. Whenever I come to a place like this, I always get this urge to scramble up a bit of rock. Yeah, let's go for it. Could walk round that way, but hey, why take the easy way? Here you go. Yay! I think it's true to say that there's actually been more interest shown in that cave we were just looking at than has been shown in the actual hill or cairn. And just for the record, its name is Gop, Y, and then G-O-P, Welsh, or the Gop. It's also known as Gop Cairn Hill. So you can look for all those things on the internet if you want to have a good perusal of this place. But I'll tell you now, it's worth the walk. Like so many places in North Wales, it's just stunningly beautiful. So if one heads to this bench here, we'll bring you to this kissing gate. Beautiful. That may very well be my thumbnail for this video. If you think about it, you know, this here was constructed some 5,500 years ago, which by my calculation, though I repeat, I am no expert, is about 1,500 years before the Giza pyramids were being constructed. You know, those pyramids, they make it look like they're in the middle of the desert. When you get there, you're right on the edge of Cairo. It's like having Stonehenge, isn't it, on the edge of, well, Edgware in London, by the M1, east side, Merseyside, the Wirral. Maybe the Cheshire Hills, don't know. Let's come down into this hollow, out of the wind. The wind is actually a bit worse in here. This hollow apparently was dug in the late 19th century as well, I think. And they found nothing. So nobody really knows why this mound was built 5,500 years ago. There are various suggestions. Going that way, we'd end up in Prestatyn. So I've got to say, personally, once again, I ain't no expert. I think all those years ago, this was clearly telling people, as far as I'm concerned, that this area belonged to someone very important with a lot of power, who could spare the men and resources to build such a thing as this. So you'd better watch yourself if you are moving into this area. It's been very impressive throughout this landscape to have seen the Gop here. Okay, we're going to go that way east as we do a circular walk back to the high street. So, we came through that gate there. We've been up there. And now we're going that way. The person who usually comes on these walks with me, you'd have seen their hands lighting candles in my St Asaph Cathedral video. Well, unfortunately they've damaged some ligaments in their foot, ankle, so at the moment they're undergoing a bit of treatment for that. So they're not on the walks with me at the moment, I'm on my own. So I'm making this video really as much for that person to whom I am now sending much love. That's nice, in memory of someone, I think. Someone has complained to me that when I do close-ups of some of these signs on my walks that you actually can't read them. So I'm sorry about that. I do try my best. Beautiful mist over there above that hill. Look at that. Like something from Lord of the Rings. Tell you what, what's been cut down here will keep a few log burners going for quite some time. Wonder what's planned for here. Maybe nature will reclaim it. Quite eerie. Now I'm just using a poor man's cheap Samsung Galaxy A35 iPhone, is it? Don't even know what it's called. So I know you'll get some people on YouTube who've got all the gear but no idea. Well, when it comes to me, I've got none of the gear and no idea. Doesn't stop me enjoying myself though. I'm happy. Are you? I hope you are. Spring's on the way. It's really peaceful and quiet, and the sound of the birds singing. It's lovely. I think it's a mess here because it looks like some machinery, caterpillar type wheels have come this way, but I think the path does continue there, so I'm going to have to jump to that bit there and then over we go, and hopefully we're back on the path. I wish I could see the bird that's singing. I can't see him anywhere. It's beautiful though. There's one up there, don't know if you can see it. See him? He's gone. Oh heck. Oh dear. Sorry. Oh, what's here? Oh, flipping heck, I've done it again. I've been a naughty boy. Oh. What is the matter with you? Right, so we've come from the Gop over there. That gate, we go down here now to complete our circular walk, which I have once again absolutely and thoroughly enjoyed. It's been great. We're back in the mud again. This is how I'm walking now. Ooh, two options. Kissing gate or that. Let's go through the gate sus. And this road, possibly still the high street, takes us back into the village. Oh, I've really enjoyed this walk. It's been great, especially after being stuck indoors for a while. And I think I've picked the right day to do it, because we've still got another week or two apparently of wet weather. I'm rather enjoying the view here, Henry. You? Yes, indubitably, oh boy. Okay, we're back on the high street now. Here's the free car park. I hope you enjoyed that video. Very nice. We'll definitely come here again. And if you've enjoyed my video, please hit the subscribe, like button. Feel free to comment. It's a goodbye from me. Look after yourselves. Hopefully see you soon. Bye bye. And I've been a lucky boy this morning, because as I've just got back in the car now, it started raining. Happy days. See you soon.